Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to this next video. So in this one, we're going to be looking at the resources that you can keep learning from. Because of course, with all the content that I'm teaching, it's pretty much everything that you do need to know. But let's just say, for example, a news event comes out that we haven't covered yet, and it might be a specific type of data. Then of course, it would be, smart of you guys and also of me as well to research what that is. Now, all the content we've covered pretty much covers all of macroeconomics and what's involved in that. But there may be, certain parts of it that we may not have covered because people go to universities for this type of stuff. But of course, everything I'll teach to you is essential. So yeah, if you want to keep on researching and learning more about it, then these are the places to go to. So the main one in terms of articles and they do a lot of research sort of documents on here. If you go onto investopedia.com, they've got certain areas at the top. You go to the education area and then it should put economics. There's obviously other parts as well to this page, but the economy is the main part that you look at. So for example, you've got the government and policy section, monetary policy, fiscal policy, and then just economics in general. So here you'll learn, a range of stuff. A lot of the research that I used to do when I was learning fundamentals at the time, I would use this site a lot. So as you go through and look at these articles, you'll see that a lot of the knowledge that I teach um, also aligns with everything from here because, I've always, got to back up my videos in a way. When it comes to YouTube, YouTube is a great place, especially when you type in, let's just say, for example, you didn't know what CPI does and what the difference is, and what happens when we get a higher CPI reading or a lower CPI reading. There's going to be lots of channels that do economic related videos, particularly macroeconomics. In terms of this one, it's called the Econ Plus DAO. He does a lot of educational videos in terms of schools. So what you would actually learn in economics in school. So for example, in the UK during A levels, I understand a lot of my friends who were studying economics actually use this YouTube because it helped quite a lot. In terms of our content that we actually learn, a lot of the stuff here actually interlinks to what we've covered. So for example, balance of payments, exchange rates, globalization. Maybe globalization isn't really what you want to look at because that's sort of the business side of economics. But yeah, keep reading more about this. Keep searching it all up. Here you've got the macroeconomics section, for example, as you can see. So yeah, in terms of the next video, this one really breaks it down. They put it in bite-sized videos. If somebody doesn't know too much about macroeconomics or fundamentals in general, then here they can start to learn the basic things about the economy. There's a whole economic section on here. They do a bunch of stuff like biology and chemistry, everything like that. But the economics videos, this is what actually introduced me to everything. When I was learning fundamentals, these were some of the first YouTube videos that I even came across. And obviously now we've progressed from this, but if you ever want to refresh your memory and look back, here's a perfect place for that as well. So essentially, if you want to search up sources that teach you anything, search up macroeconomics or macro fundamentals. They're the two main keywords. And then of course, break it down into everything that we've learned. For example, if you want to research a bit more about the yield and the bond market, of course, you search up macroeconomics bond market. What happens when the inverted yield, when the yield curve inverts, for example, all these types of questions that you still may have. Of course, ask me and I'll do my best to make you understand as best as possible. But what I'd always say is always do your extra research on the side because fundamental knowledge never ends. It's not like technical where your strategy is in place and now you understand everything about it. With fundamentals, things are always changing. For example, COVID before never had such a big impact on macro fundamentals because it never existed. Now this is what economists look at. They look at how they recover from COVID, everything like that. So yeah, guys, take care and I'll see you in the next video.